Will you check it, Drew? Will you check it? See if it's going? Hi. Yes. You don't have paint? Who else doesn't have paint? Raise your hand if you don't have any paint. Holland. You're the only one, girl. It's okay, Miss Page will get you some paint. No worries. How is everyone doing tonight? Can I have somebody over there bring me my phone so I can control the music? You guys are so quiet today. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to turn it down so everybody can hear me, even though I love the Muppets. Did you guys see our paintings for next month? We are painting Miss Piggy and Kermit. I can't wait. Do you guys like the Muppets? Just me? Okay, that ages me a lot. All right. Okay, cool. All right, who's new? Raise your hand if this is your first time ever being here. Shayla's not so much. Welcome, welcome. My name is Miss Cammie. Can you see my TVs? Hopefully you're in a seat that you can see the TVs, okay? And can you see my hand? And my nicely painted nails that are going to look awful in a minute. So it's really easy. You just follow me, okay? So if I'm painting the moon, work on the moon. If I'm not painting the moon, hold off because you might miss how to do it or an important step, okay? So try not to jump too far ahead of me, okay? If you have questions and you're feeling stressed out, or maybe you've got a run on your canvas, do you guys know what that is? It's when there's so much water in your brush that it's like your canvas is crying, okay? My helpers, they can fix pretty much anything, okay? So don't be embarrassed or shy or insecure about raising your hand. Just be like, I'm gonna need some help, okay? And they'll come help you, all right? Does that sound good? Also, painting should be fun. So we want to have a good time. And I love it when you come with your friends, and chatting is okay. But if we get too loud and chatty, our neighbors can't hear me and then they can't create, okay? So have fun, but don't get too loud and noisy. Remember, we're sharing a space, okay? Any questions before we start? No? Okay, I should introduce my help tonight. I have Miss Brooklyn. She's way over here in the pink shirt. This is Miss Brooklyn's. Brooklyn, this is your last class. This is her last class. I know, everybody say no at the same time. 1, 2, 3. No! Okay. We're going to miss her so much. I've been trying to make her feel as guilty as possible, but she's still leaving, okay? So be really nice to Miss Brooklyn and make her cry, because I'm going to be really sad if she doesn't cry. You got to give me at least one tear. I'm just kidding. And then I have 2 of my new helpers. Miss Page is in the black shirt and Miss Autumn's in the pink shirt. And they are going to be here helping you too. Hi, come on in. You can check out at the counter. And then your artist can find a spot. All right, so guess what? We're live tonight. So people are at home painting with us too. That's why I've got this camera coming off the ceiling. Okay, so that's exciting. I'm going to wave to everybody online painting with us. We're all going to paint together. It's going to be awesome. You guys ready? What's up? It is. But they probably won't see you at all because it's just right on me the whole time. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, you have 2 jars of water. Okay, try and keep one clean through class unless, or in case you need to dilute your paint and thin it out. Okay, so let's get our big brush, get it wet in some water, kind of tap it off a little. And I'm going to put white on my brush, and I'm just going to wet my moon. Okay? I just want my moon to be wet. I'm not even giving it full coverage or anything crazy like that. I'm just basically wetting my surface. This is so I can get a good blend. Okay? So you can go into your dragon a little bit. You can go into your mountains a little bit. It's fine because you'll be able to see it all still, okay? So just kind of wet your surface, okay? Okay, so it's pretty easy. Easy to do that. Like I said, I don't want you to spend time with it. You should be pretty much done. It doesn't have to be like perfect coverage on it or anything like that. You can miss spots. It's fine. It's just going to make a difference when you start to use your sponge, okay? So, once I have my moon wet, okay, I'm going to make this really awesome coral color. Do you guys like the color of my moon? I'm kind of obsessed with it, okay? So we're going to make that color. Okay, so you have some coral. It's almost like a bright orange, and you have some pink. I haven't washed my brush. I'm going to keep that white on it, but I'm going to mix those two together. Okay, and you can decide either you're going to go more orange or you're going to go more pink. Okay, so if you want to go more orange, you're going to put more of that bright orange in there. Okay, if you go more pink, you want to pull in more of those pink colors, okay? Okay, girls, I've got hands over here on the floor. So I want you to keep mixing until you get a color that you're happy with. This is the color I'm happy with. Okay? I like that. And you can just, if you want to go straight neon orange or straight pink, you can do that too, okay? There's really no rules here on what color you use. Okay, as soon as you have the color you want, wash your brush out, because we're not going to paint our moon with our brush. We're going to paint it with our sponge. Okay? So you have a yellow sponge that I've cut into a triangle, right? So I'm going to hold it like this. See that? Let me turn it. I'm going to hold it like this. So the round part is on top. Okay, so I want you to pinch the triangle part. Okay. Okay, and then I want you to dip it in that orange. Okay, or that color you made. Okay. And then notice in my moon how it's darker towards the base. And then it gets lighter as it comes up. Do you guys see that? Okay, so we're going to start down off this side and around the bottom of it, and then we're going to add white to our sponge and lighten up, okay? So I have that dark on there. I'm going to start to brush it on the edge, okay? And it's going to be really bright, okay? And now I'm going to start to work in my white. So I'm going to put some white in it. I'm going to start to move in circles. Okay? Hard pressure is going to mean that I get a lot off my sponge. Light pressure is going to be less. Okay? So I'm going to come into my mountains. Okay? As I work up my canvas, my pressure is going to get lighter. Okay? Because I want it darker on the base, okay? Look how I'm spinning my sponge in circular motions. Okay? I'm going in circles. Okay, now you decide. You decide if you want to keep it really dark. You can add more dark. If you want it to get lighter, stop putting the dark color on your sponge and only put white. Okay? And start blending that up in there. Okay, so now I just have so I'm going in circular motions, okay? And I'm not going to load any more coral on my sponge. I'm just going to be doing white. Okay? So in reality, I only put coral on my sponge once. Now it's just white. And I'm going to go, look, I'm going into my dragon. That's okay. Okay. Work in and out of that coral. Okay. If you need to go back and add a little coral, do it. Hey, cutie. Come on in and get an apron, okay? And then find a spot. So if you want to get some of that dark and make sure that section is nice and dark right there. So we're just messing with it and blending it, and you want to blend it while it is wet, because once it dries, you can't blend it. How are we doing? Do we like our sponge? Sponges are fun, huh? Blue. All right, if you need a new sponge, don't use a dirty one with a different color on it. Raise your hand and they'll get you a new one. Okay, so even if you just have this super light coral going up over your dragon, make sure you do the whole moon, okay? So even go all the way up, okay? Even though it's mostly white up there, still go all the way up. If you don't see that darker bottom, just keep adding white up until it gets nice and faded, okay? You can always go back with that dark coral and kind of blend it back in. All right, when you're happy with it, just put your sponge down, okay? So everyone's gonna have a different moon, okay? And that is okay. She said that was in Susie, not this one. Sisu. Maybe she got it confused. It was Sarah, so who knows? Is someone sitting in that one?
Which one? No.
We need to use that one. Use that one first. These moons are awesome. They're so pretty.
It's hard.
It is hard, but they look so good. Okay, when you're done, just set your sponge aside, okay? Brooklyn. Brooklyn. Want her to stay? Yeah. Can you stay? Yeah. Tell her to stay. Yeah. What's up?
Are we supposed to have to like this?
No, you're supposed to be like that. Why are you following him? Just follow the TV.
Follow the expert.
And I'm like, what?
He's like, just put the paint on there. So basically you want it dark right here, and then as you move up your moon, you just add white. So you really only load with your coral once, and then as you move up, you're adding white, so then it just kind of ombres up, okay? Okay. He's like, yeah, that's what. He's like, that's what I told her. She didn't listen to me. Do you want a wipey?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, it's so confusing, huh? Your mom's like, what? Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to collect all sponges. Once an artist is done, collect their sponge, and then fill the sink with some water and soak them so they don't get hard. Okay. All right, we're gonna need to move on, so I need you to get your moons in there and then set your sponge aside, and Miss Autumn will come and she'll take those sponges and clean them for you. Okay. Okay. Who is proud of their moon? Anybody? Oh, yay. I'll take it. It looks good. Wait till you get the snow in and the dragon, and then you'll be like, wait, what moon? Because there'll be so much happening. Okay? Okay. So my sky and my trees and my mountains are all a mixture of turquoise and blue. Okay? So I'm going to get my big brush, and I'm going to mix all this turquoise and blue together. All of it. So I'm going to mix all my turquoise and all my blue together. Okay. So it makes this really pretty, like sea blue type color that I love. Yeah, it just adds a little depth to it. Yep, all your blue and all your turquoise. If you want it to be, big brush, if you want it to be a little bit more blue, raise your hand and they'll bring you some more blue. Okay, if you want it to be more turquoise. Paige, some of these artists want more blue. Yeah. I like my color right here, so I'm going to leave it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to get a scoop of this color I just made, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of white. So I'm moving some of that mixture over to a different spot, and I'm adding a little bit of white to it. Just a little bit. Okay? So once I have my mixture done, I'm moving it over, a little bit over. I'm going to save some of the dark mixture. I'm going to move some of it over, and I'm going to lighten it with a little bit of white. Okay? Now I'm going to go around my moon with this color, okay? The lighter, the one I just added white to. Now this is going to go into my mountain just a little bit, but that's okay. And don't forget to do your edges, right? You wrap your canvas, so do the edges as well. So it's better to go into your mountains a little bit than it is to not have your sky look like it's going behind your mountains, okay? Yep. But I pulled a little bit aside and added some white, so I still have my original dark mixture, okay? Okay, remember, especially using a big canvas, you're going to want to make sure your paint has water in it if it starts to feel super thick, okay? If it feels thick and sticky. Okay, so make sure you wrap the top of your canvas and the edges of your canvas. What does that mean? I go around the sides, right? Wrapping it is literally taking your painting and wrapping it around your canvas. Okay? Okay, guys, when I have that in, I'm going to add white to a corner of my brush, and I'm going to streak in the white around the moon. Because it's glowing, right? The moon glows. So you might think that this is super fast. The reason for that is we have to move while our paint is wet. We can't blend dry paint into, or wet paint into dry paint, okay? But don't worry, I'm going to get my white blended in here, and then I'll take a little break and come check on you. So if you're feeling behind, it's okay. So look up at the TV real quick. When you're ready to do your streaks, load with your sky color and then put white in one corner of your brush, okay? And then take that white corner and kind of hug the moon with it. Just remember, when you do all these streaks in the sky around your moon, the more you brush over them, the more your sky will just turn to light turquoise, okay? So there's some hands on that side.
Takes a lot of arm muscles too, 'cause it's a big canvas.
So load, just put a corner in white and then use that corner around the moon. And just kind of brush it in, okay? And don't brush too much or you'll just brush it right out and it'll just turn your sky lighter. It's looking good though. If you might just want to let it dry and then add dark because it's just going to keep blending into the same color over and over again. I would wait till it dries. Yeah. So I mixed all the turquoise and all the blue together, and then I moved a little bit over and then add a little bit of white. Yeah. Okay. You about done with that step, guys? It's a big canvas to cover, huh? So one thing to remember is there's going to be trees, snow, and your dragon still is all going to go on this canvas, okay? So the things that you are stressing about right now may not even be seen by the time we're done. That's why I like to kind of go fast on these first steps so we don't just sit and stress about things that in an hour aren't really going to matter, okay? All right, so my mountain color is a shade lighter than my sky, okay? So here's my sky color. I'm going to add more white to it, okay? So I'll say it one more time. Our mountain color is a shade lighter than our sky. So I went to my sky pile and I added more white. Okay. Okay, so our mountain color is a shade lighter than our sky. So go to your mountain color and just add a big stack of, or a big pile of white. And if you need to bring more of your turquoise and blue mixture over, maybe you ran out, okay? You can move some more over and just make a lighter turquoise now, okay? Okay, and now I'm going to fill in my mountains. So I didn't even wash my brush, right? Because why do I need to? It's already got that color in there. So do you see how my sky and my mountains, they're different colors so you can see them. They're a different shade. They're still in the same family, but they're a shade different. That's what you're going for, okay? So then you're just going to paint all the way down your canvas. Okay? All the way down your canvas with this color. Okay, so make sure you mix enough that you can fill in the rest of your canvas. Yep, so I just made it lighter. And you'll want to wrap your canvas, okay? Now, a trick for covering all of this space is to make sure your paint has water in it. Because if your paint is super thick and sticky, you're not going to be able to brush it. You're going to be fighting it all the way down, okay? How are we doing, guys? Paige, will you check for sponges again? They need to be soaking if they have paint on them, okay? And they should be done with them now, so.
What is it? Okay, so with so the purple, it's just one of those colors we have. It's really hard to get good coverage. So what usually we do, we just add white to it, like a tiny amount, and it helps not get this like streaky effect. So I add some white.
I love the yellow moon, dude.
And then usually
More paint on your brush. Yeah. She's like, all right, let me put your bunny ears up. See how your canvas is pokey right there? Yeah, so we'll put these bunny ears up and then it won't poke, okay?
I actually didn't need more. I just didn't see the.
I know. It's okay, Brooklyn. It's okay. It's your last day. Well, when you said that, I was like, no,
No, we don't.
you're about to wash the up houses.
I know. That's where I'm at
Do
right
it.
now.
You're like, just wash it. You guys, these are beautiful. I know you probably are feeling hard on yourself and discouraged, but I'm just really impressed with everybody's moons because moons are hard and you guys killed it. So I'm super proud of you. So I don't want you to wash your brush yet. I know some of you are done, but let's just give our other friends a quick minute and then we'll shape in our mountains, okay? Huh? This TV screens? Yeah. That one had a bit of a panic attack a couple days ago. And when we finally got it working again, we're like, a little different. It came back a little strange.
Okay, so this is fine.
That's fine. No. No. I am pulling, oh, it's on here. I just put white closer to my moon. And so when I did that, it makes the edges look darker because you're lightening that area. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to do these mountains. So here's what I need you to do. If you're not ready for mountains, just watch. And then you'll know when you are ready what to do, okay? So here's my brush. And it's got my mountain color on it. Now I'm going to dip a corner of it in white paint, okay? And I'm going to come to the top of my mountains. And I'm going to take that edge on the top of my mountain, okay? Now I'm going to shape in wherever I want my mountain ranges to separate. For example, this one over here, these are snow-capped mountains. This one over here, watch on the screen for just a minute. This one over here is going to come in front. Do you see what I just did? I just pulled that white line in front. Okay, so now I've separated, now I've given my painting depth, okay? So now I have made my painting a little deeper because now we have a moon. Oh, and then there's a mountain. Oh, and then there's another mountain. Okay, so we're separating those to give depth. Okay. Now you can do these mountain ranges. You can put in as many as you want as you go down this canvas. For example, I'm going to put another one right here. And it's just going to kind of fade. Okay. And then I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to put in another one that's coming this way. Okay. So you see how I just gave my painting depth by giving it different layers as I came down my canvas, okay? And it is okay to do this while your mountains are wet because you're going to get a better blend, okay? Now I'm going to come through and I'm going to brush more white on the left side of my mountains. Okay? So then I'm going to come down and create light and shadow. So I'm going to just brush in some white on the left side of my mountain, but I'm going to leave some dark as well because they're going to shadow each other, right? Oh. Oh. That was so cute. She needed to hear that, girl. That was sweet. She needs to know we'll miss her. So I'm brushing in some white. I'm brushing in some white down some of my mountains, just kind of on the left side. Okay, so I'm creating kind of some light and shadow. Okay. Okay, so you want some of your, it's super subtle. Let me put in this original painting so you can see the mountains. It's super subtle, but you want the tops of your mountains to look like snow is resting on them. And then some of the white I brushed down a little bit, and some of it I didn't, so that you kind of have light and dark, okay? All right. How do we do on our mountains? If you can't see your mountains, put more white on your brush, okay? If you have a super light turquoise color, wash your brush and just use white. You don't keep blending in and out, okay? All right, Autumn, if at any time you're like, oh, it's slow, I think I'm good to go, just go to Brooklyn and be like, am I good to go? Because I'm okay with it. It's kind of settled down a little, but I'm going to leave it up to you, okay?
painting, just when you're doing the brush.
Hi, how you doing? Good. It looks awesome. Don't forget to wrap your edges though.
From like a long time ago.
I'm Chloe. Yes, so I do know it. Are you Chloe?
Yes.
Yes, I think I remember. You came to one of my summer camps, didn't you? Yes. Awesome. What's up? I love it. I think it's awesome. That little mountain range right there is cute.
When I said I would be back, I said I would be back.
That's great. You did. You came back. Okay, one thing to keep in mind is if you keep brushing the white, your mountain ranges will just start to become one solid color. So once you get those lines in there, let them be prominent and let them stay, because as you brush, your whole painting will just get lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay? Okay. So we are going to use the original blue and turquoise mixture that we made. So I'm going to show you my plate. I still have the original mixture, but if you're out of it, I need you to raise your hand right now. They're going to need turquoise and blue. So you girls can each take one. You're going to need this for the next step. So if you need more turquoise and blue to make more of this original mixture, raise your hand, okay? Once you get that color, those colors, I want you to make that original color again, okay? Because that's going to be our second to most foreground colors, okay? Yeah, so if you're out of the turquoise and blue mixture, you can, yeah, that's what you're going to, oh yeah, you've got a different color in the sky. That's pretty. So like if you need, you probably are okay. I think you're okay. Okay, so this is that original color for me, okay? So if you need blue and turquoise, once you get it, I want you to mix those colors together again so you can have this color that we made at the beginning, okay? Okay, once we have that color, I'm going to show you, see my little mountain at the bottom that's dark, and my dark blue trees, do you see them? Before my black. So one step behind my black is that darker color. Okay, so we're going to put that in now. So if your mountains are still wet, it's okay. All right? I'm still using my big brush. And now I'm going to come through and I'm just going to make a shape, whatever shape my heart desires. Okay? And I'm going to fill it in. Again, this is turquoise and blue mixed together. It's the very first mixture that we made at the beginning of class, okay? Now, if you're super OCD like me, you'll want to wrap your canvas with this color on the sides, but don't worry about doing it on the bottom, okay? Now I'm going to do something crazy and add just a touch of black to mine because I think I want it a little darker. So when I say touch, I mean a touch. Because I think I just want this color a little darker. You might like yours, and that's fine. I want to make mine a little darker. So if you want yours a little darker, add the smallest touch of black. It'll kind of make it grayish. And I kind of like the idea of that, okay? Yeah, that's what I like.
I know you have to go. You don't eat that much. He's my neighbor. Really?
All right, once you have that in, listen guys, because it's such a dark color, you're going to see a lot of streaks in it and you're going to think that you don't have good coverage. Let me show you how much of that you're going to see at the end of the painting. All right, hardly any. It's just peeking through the background. So don't be like, oh my gosh, it's not covering well. Don't spend time on that, okay? All right, let's wash this brush out and let's fill in our dragon. Okay, you guys ready to fill in your dragon? Brooklyn, did they get the number 6 round? Can I have a number 6 round? So you have a round brush. It's not your detail brush. Okay, it's like the next one. Do you have one that looks like this? At your station? I want you to fill everything in your dragon that you can with this, which should be most of your dragon. But if you get up here in these little tiny sections and they make you nervous, use your detail brush for that. Paige, bring a dragon back, please, over here. Raise your hand, sweetie. If you need the pattern, get it and place it on there. What brush do you not have, sweetheart? It's a medium round brush. It looks like this. Okay, so 2 of them don't have it right here in the front. All right, so I want you to get your black paint and start filling in that dragon, okay? Now I'm adding water to my black paint real quick and mixing it in because my black paint is really thick right now and I want to thin it out, okay? This is your medium round brush, okay? Because the thing that's great about this brush is it'll give me a really thick brush stroke. See how thick that is? But if I don't press as hard, it'll give me a smaller brush stroke. That means there'll be less brush strokes in your dragon. But anytime you want to switch to your tiny brush to get in the tiny areas, do that. But don't fill your whole dragon out with your tiny brush, okay? And listen, you guys, move your canvas if you need to. Flip it upside down if you need to. You don't have to sit it straight up like this the whole time if you can't reach things, okay? Was that you, Daisy? I know, but you said that. You're like, that was the chair, not me. We got lots happening. My goodness. So I'll switch to my detail brush anytime I want a nice, good point. Okay?
It's okay if your hand starts shaking.
Okay, the biggest trick or tip that I can give you for filling out this dragon is to make sure that your paint is melted ice cream consistency. You don't want it to be like Elmer's glue where it kind of like sticks. You want it to be a little bit runny, okay? That way it'll smoothly go on your canvas and you're not fighting it all the time, okay? You should be able to smoothly brush on your canvas, okay? It shouldn't take you too long to fill it in if you have nice thin paint, okay?
See how it's like ready almost? Now it will be like thin enough for you to give it without being sticky.
All right, I'm back on. Yay! Sorry, we had a microphone malfunction, right? Okay, when you're done with your twiggy trees, go back to your number 6 and put in whatever pine trees you want. Okay? My entire base of my canvas is pine trees. Okay? So those are going to be put in, remember, with your number 6. Okay? So here we go. And remember, this doesn't have to be complicated. This can go really quick. Okay? So I'm going to put one right here. And then I just tap, 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 tap. Okay. I've got some little pine trees just peeking out everywhere. Because remember, I said the painting continues off of the canvas, right? So I'm just tapping it in. Okay, I might do a tall one right here. Remember what I said, every tree should be kind of a different height. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep putting them in. I'll put one in right there. This one will be right here. I'll have a little one right there. Okay. Remember to start tapping above your line, right? And then go into a triangle shape, doing zigzags. It's okay if they kind of get close together. To avoid like black blobs, just make sure that you're not filling in everything, okay? So I'm going to have a tall one right here. And then I'll do a few little ones. And then I'll do a tall one right here. Okay, so those are where the rest of my pine trees are going, okay? And then you're just tapping it in. Remember, you're putting a lot of paint on your brush, right? Don't forget to load a lot of paint. Otherwise, you're going to be here forever. But see, you're building depth because these trees are clearly in front of the other ones. So that's pretty cool, huh? I'm going to put a little one right by this. I like them kind of hanging out right here. If you ever step back and you're like, oh, those are all kind of the same height, you can always tap up further above it and make it a little taller. Okay, I've got one more, and it's my tallest pine tree. And this one kind of goes around the edge of my canvas. So if you have one that's this close to the edge of your canvas, you can wrap it around. All the way down. Okay. How are we doing, you guys? You're on your twigs? Oh. Well, you know, I have been painting a little longer than you. Oh, cute. You have a whole forest. I love it. There is a person. That is awesome. So we're going to add a little snow in our pine trees and our twiggy trees, and then we will splatter. Okay?
Look at what she did with her sponge adding snow.
Oh, I love it. Very creative. Will you tell that artist not to use her detail to do pine trees? Yep. All right, I know a lot of us are on our twig trees still, and that's okay. But some of us are done, and the adults, the parents are coming. So I'm going to show you how to finish up. Okay. I'm going to wash my number 6 out. Okay. And put white on it. I'm going to put white paint on that. And I'm going to come into my twiggy trees, and I'm just going to tap where snow would probably rest on those trees. Okay. So see how I'm just kind of laying the snow? I'm just laying the snow on the branches that it would naturally fall on. Okay. This is my number 6. So not, it's my number 6 for this. Okay, so I'm going to tap in snow on my twiggy branches. So just kind of tap.
I don't choose the painting canvas, so you have to talk to her. You hear that, Cammy? She's got it.
Okay, if you have a suggestion, talk to me after class because I love a suggestion. Huh? You did. It's okay, Brooklyn. I solved the problem. So I'm just tapping in snow on my twiggy branches. Then I'm going to tap some into my black pine trees. All right, guys, listen up so you can finish. I'm tapping into my black pine trees just like we did the other ones. I'm just tapping in some white where there would be fallen snow. Okay? Don't overdo it. You can have a white out as easy as you can have a black out, okay? So just kind of go in a zigzag with this. Okay. Are your hands kind of cramping? Mine do that after a while too. All right, we're just tapping in some snow. And it's okay if your trees are still wet, then you'll just get a good gray blend, and that's awesome.
You can go back.
Hey, Brooklyn. They're going to need clean white for splattering, so you might just want to check. They should have it, but... Just like half a pump. Autumn, just like half a pump. It's just a splatter, okay? Okay. Do we have snow-covered trees? Maybe 50%. I'll take it. That looks pretty good. Always proud of myself.
Sounds good. When you're like step back. Like, oh.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm like, what's happening?
I do
Oh.
that all the time.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to splatter with a toothbrush. Miss Autumn is making sure you have some clean white. Everybody should. Most of them do, Autumn. There's a ton of white out on the floor, so you just need a little bit too, and you need your toothbrush, okay? Yeah, she's going to need white for sure, but... All right, if you are not, listen up, guys. Oh, you guys are awesome. If you're not ready to splatter yet, please just watch so you know, and then you can go back to doing your trees and splatter later. You have clean water, right? You're gonna need it. Swish your toothbrush around in your clean water. And I'm gonna find my pile of white, and I'm going to make that really runny. So I'm going to add more water, and I'm just kind of scrubbing my white. Woo! You want it like super runny, okay? Use your clean water. All right, I think that's good. Okay, watch the screen for a minute. I am going to hold it like this, and I'm going to pull my thumb back, not forward, because then you're going to splatter you, okay? So you hold it like this, and then pull the bristles. Look, the toothbrush is facing me. Look, the bristles are facing me, not my canvas. It's facing me. Yep. Okay. So now I'm going to pull back. Okay? And it's going to start snowing. Okay, if you're not seeing snow, you need more water. More water. There we go. And then it's going to snow. See there? And it's snowing, and some of them will come off bigger than others, which is awesome. And you might have snow that's, you know, all together in a cluster, which is fun. Okay, look. Look, guys, I'm just doing this motion. This motion. You can see it coming off my brush as I do it, okay? Just this motion. Pop your toothbrush in your water when you're done and wipe your hand somewhere because it's going to be messy, okay? Yep. All right, I'm ready for a signature. I'm going to get my detail brush. Don't sign with a bigger brush. Always use your little brush. And I'm going to sign my painting. I'm just going to sign it right in the middle, but you probably want to hide it somewhere, but I'm going to sign it right there to show you how I sign it, okay? And that's the painting. I'm going to get off the stage. Thank you. I'm going to get off the stage and come and look at everybody's fabulous art because I've been watching the whole time and you guys are killing it, okay? So I'm going to come look. Still raise your hand. Paige, we've got a hand over here. Okay, I'm not going to kick you out. So if you feel super behind, just keep working on it. Ask questions. We'll help you, okay? Thank you for painting with me. You guys are awesome. Okay.